Morning, I hope you are well. Today is the 27th of January 2025 and I am moving out. But before that I'm going to work, right? So the place that I'm moving out to is a student accommodation, but they understand that I'm doing my work integrated learning and also my stipend is too low, you know. It's only 1,500, but the thing is it's sharing. But as long as it is very cheap and I don't have to pay for electricity and everything is included in that 1,500. So take a look at how close it is. This is where I work, right? SABC Gate 13. And then that tall building there, or tall cell phone tower, that cell phone tower is where I'm going to move to, because the building that I'm going to is near that cell phone tower. It's 2 kilometers away from here, which is not far, you see, because I wanted to move to a place that is much closer to work. This is a workout. Elevator is not working, so I have to take this stairs. And this is my unit, but people have not arrived yet. And another thing, financially I'm stranded, you know. I need to make a plan, because next week Friday I have to fill in the deposit, pay in full the deposit, because I only paid 2,200. I had to pay 3,000, right? 1.5 deposit and then 1.5 for Feb rent. So I don't know. I will see. In my bank account, I'm sure I have only 100 and something rands, you know. But there are good news. Tomorrow I'm going somewhere, but I'll show you that tomorrow. Now I'm going back. I'm going to move out today. There has been change of plans, but I'm still moving out today, right? But tomorrow we were supposed to be traveling with my team, but that has been postponed to 2 weeks from now, you know. So yeah, there's that. I'm not going to tell you where we're going. I'm just going to tell you on the day when we're leaving. I just got off the taxi right now, and imagine I almost missed a stop again. The driver asked, is there anyone who's going to a Pick n Pay, and I was just quiet. And then I thought, oh no, Pick n Pay here in Out-Braamfontein. So I almost missed it again. And I thought Out-Braamfontein is quiet. No, I was mistaken. It's just that it was not busy. December and January beginning, it's not that busy. Now I can see Out-Braamfontein is a busy place, right? It is a busy place. Hey, I wonder what's going on. There's fire over there. Hey, let's hope it's not something big. Oh, I see black smoke. La, 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 la. I'm not really sure what's the matter, but this smoke looks too strong. I wonder what is going on. Now I'm done packing, so I have to leave. So the place that I'm moving to is close to work, 2 kilometers from work. And now, to be honest, I like this studio. It is nice, spacious and everything. And also the neighborhood in Out-Braamfontein is quite nice. But the thing is, it's 5,500. I don't have that kind of money. Even my monthly stipend plus my part-time job, I don't reach that amount a month. So I cannot stay here. These are my bags. Now the whole place is just empty. Thanks now. Sure. Just arrived. So this is the place that I stay in right now. As you can see, this is gas. You know, this gives gas a vibe. And let me show you something. You see there, you can actually see Joburg when you're here. You know. So it's not very far from Joe's. And here is something else that I wanted to show you. Is this electric tower here. You see how close it is to where I stay. I think this neighborhood is called Fitas, you know. And now that I'm here, I think if I can get a still FS 250 or 280, I can start a grass cutting business or lawn care, you know, and make extra cash and extra income. That will supplement my savings and my income. So let me just go inside. Hola. So here is the room. This is the room. However, now I will have to share with someone else, you know. But as I said, this is very cheap, you know. I mean, like, this is a bargain at this price. First of all, this is a student accommodation. So there are 3 different kinds of student accommodations. First of all, there is on campus, which is your student accommodation that are on campus. There are different rules and advantages and disadvantages of staying there. Then there is off campus. So in off campus, there are 2 types of buildings that you can stay in. So they are res, we call them res. Essentially, it's residential building, right? It is structured more like, it's more formal, you know. It's more like on campus, but off campus. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. So in most cases, there's security when you go in, okay? And yeah, there are securities when you go in, and also you can't just bring in visitors, you have to sign them in and all those kind of things. And then off campus, again, we have a category of communes, right? Basically, communes, it's more like a house like this, and then you just dedicate it to students. So as opposed to having a security, you just make sure you have thick walls, you have burglars and everything, and then you give each and every student that stays here a key. I'm not really sure how many rooms are here, but this is the only unit that is sharing. So it's 1,500, 1,500. So in total, this room makes 3,000. And the crazy thing is that we only pay that 1.5 each a month, nothing else. We don't pay electricity, we don't pay for Wi-Fi, we don't pay for water. Everything is included. And imagine how cheap that is. And it's going to be very beneficial for me because I only make a stipend of 3,800, you know. I'm close to work. And I mean, like, it's going to be helpful a lot, in a lot of ways. I'm very grateful that I got this opportunity. So now I'll just make myself feel comfortable, make myself at home, because this is my new home, literally. For the next, I think I'll live here next year, January or something, but I will see as time goes by. And also, oh yeah, I already told you that the traveling is postponed because in my work in the grade learning at MDDA, we do a lot of traveling in my unit. I'm in research and training unit, right? So we do a lot of traveling, and I've never had an opportunity to visit other provinces before. So there's going to be a learning opportunity to me, and also traveling, you know, to broaden my horizon. I mean, like, I'm from Eastern Cape, but already, you know, as compared to most people in my province or in my town, and people that I grew up with, I might say I'm privileged because I did my high school, which is grade 10 to grade 12 in Gqeberha, or formerly known as Port Elizabeth, and then my first year and my tertiary, I did it here in Gauteng, Johannesburg. I can say no quite some few places in Tata, Port Elizabeth, and now it's Johannesburg, you know. And now through this work in a grade learning program, I'm going to visit other places as well. I don't want to lie, maybe as you can probably tell, I am excited. I should have made this video. I should have made part 1 and part 2 because now it's quite too long. So now I'm just going to, and also I still have these are not all my clothes. I still have my stuff at res, you know, but I have to pay 200 rand since I'm not going to stay there. And I only have about 30 something rands now on my bank account. I don't know what I'm going to eat and stuff like that. I thought I was going to travel tomorrow, so I was going to eat in the hotels and everything. Now we'll see. I might even have to borrow some funds from my fixed savings. I didn't want to do that, but at this point I have to, because I also have to pay 800 rand for deposit, because you have to pay deposit of 1,500 and then first rent month, which is you have to pay 3,000 when you're moving in. I only paid 2,200 and said I'm going to pay the remaining 800 next week, so I have to do that. I don't want to take a loan, so I will have to borrow from my fixed savings. In my fixed savings, I have 8,000 rands, right? I wanted to buy a motorbike because I wanted to Uber Eats. But more on that, I will tell you more about that in some other video. For now, bye.